Hello, back again. This time we're looking at my Elite Force or slash cyma OEM'd Mp5k. Elite Force markets this thing and sells it, but it is a cyma OEM, or original manufacturer. Cyma makes this. So that's not a bad thing though. Cyma is probably my favorite brand of airsoft manufacturer. They make incredible guns for affordable prices. This thing does have licensed or trademarks, HK, Mp5k here in the back. The other side is some licensing trademarks and so forth. That's not super important to me, honestly, though. But what is important to me is the build quality of this thing. The build quality of this Mp5k is exceptional. The polymer, pistol grip. The grip is polymer, very high strength. This whole handguard slash pistol grip, very high strength polymer. The lower receiver, very high strength polymer. Upper is metal, and so is the magwell. Kind of likes the upper right there. That's metal, not steel, but it's a pretty good quality metal. It's a really good quality metal. I have no gripes about it. It's certainly higher class, higher than pot metal that you find on some cheaper replicas. I've owned 3 Mp5Ks. I've owned 2 Galaxy Mp5Ks. You can find those for about $100. They have entirely plastic and much lower quality polymer, classic. It's like ABS plastic. This is polymer and metal. Fire selector is metal. Sights are metal. Adjustable, 4 different positions. This back plate, butt plate is metal. Charging handle is metal. One note about the charging handle is most MP5 owners know MP5 in regards to if you could slap them or not varies. This one, I have slapped it obviously, but I don't like to just to preserve its durability. It will break, and I've seen this exact MP5K. It's for sale, not this exact one, but this make and model. People sell them without the charging handles because they're snapped off. So just be careful slapping it. I do it once in a while, but not very frequently. Magazines, it comes with a high cap. I have mid caps for them. I also run a little shorty mag that I have, a 20 round. It looks really cool in this thing. This is this is the shortest gun, primary gun in my arsenal besides pistols. It's maybe a centimeter or two shorter than the MP7. And I have a Spectre that's also pretty close, but this is about a centimeter or two shorter than that too. So it is quite a short gun. And it's honestly it's my second favorite submachine gun behind the MP7. I just love the form factor of the MP5K. It's so stubby, and it's such a wide gun too. Like, it's so tall, I should say, and it's so stubby. It's a really cool gun. Really cool submachine gun. I played Black Ops 1 a lot, the Call of Duty game, and I use this a lot in that game. That's basically why I love the MP5K so much, is because of Black Ops 1. And other video games like Modern Warfare 2 as well has a cool MP5K, a couple other CODs, but however, talk about this airsoft gun. Now, it shoots about 330 FPS, which is perfect for a submachine gun. That's 1 joule. With a 0.2, that is, so 1 joule of energy. I use 0.25s. It hops very well, 0.25s. Hop up, speaking of hop up, you take the pin out, which also doubles as a sling loop, and you take the handguard off. Pretty easy, actually. And your hop up is a slider type, similar to that of an AK. Actually, not really. It's actually a pretty unique hop up if you think about it. But it works very well. You just kind of push it back, this black being right there. Push it back, you put more hop up on it, and you push it out, or pull it out for less hop. You really don't, it's a pretty powerful hop up. I use 2.5s with this thing, and it hops 2.5s exceptionally, without very much hop up applied. Small Tamiya connector. To get the battery in, you pop these 2 pins out on the back, when the back plate comes off, and it uses stick type AK batteries. So that goes up in this upper tube, or upper part of this upper receiver, and then you thread the wires in and connect it, of course. So However, you cannot pull the charging handle back with most batteries you put in there. Actually, I should say almost all batteries, because the wires would get pinched. So you cannot pull the charging handle back with a battery in it. You gotta live with it. Small guns, you gotta make compromises, right? We kind of talked about that with the MP7. Battery, it's not too hard to get into battery though. Can be tedious if you have a lot of wires, but if you have a stick type battery with less wires, use 7.4s too. I mean, you could use 11.1s, I guess, but honestly, with 7.4s, the fire rate's about 700 rounds a minute. So what is that, about 15? Not 15, about 13 rounds a second. So not too slow. But it's an Mp5k. I don't want my Mp5k to shoot super fast. I'm perfectly happy with about 750 or 700 rounds a minute. It's accurate too. For such a short barrel, it's really accurate. Out to about 150 feet, this thing will shoot accurately. So a little bit higher than the MP7 and the Vector that I reviewed. So pretty adequate for a submachine gun. I mean, you often don't take shots past 100 feet with submachine guns. At least I don't. I like to try to get as close as I can. Usually keep my engagements within 50 to 100 feet, so about 75 feet is my typical engagement distance with outdoor fields. Then indoor fields, you can go anywhere between 0. Most engagements inside at least take place between 0 and 50 feet, it seems like. Anyways, back to the Mp5k. Yeah, again, FPS is perfect at 330. Its range is about 150 feet accurately, about 700 and 750 rounds a minute fire rate, and it's a pretty accurate gun. It really checks all 4 boxes in that regard. It feeds well. There's no problems with feeding or magazine fitment. Battery storage is pretty good. You can get a cloth mount for red dots. I have one. I just don't use it very much. I find the sights to be more than adequate. They're very lovely sights. I also have a stock that I can fit on this, which is very comfortable. That also folds. I think you can still find the stocks for the Mp5Ks out there for not too expensive. One kind of gripe I do have, there is a little bit of wobble between the upper and lower receiver. And I say a little bit, it really is a little bit. It really, you can't even see it, but the upper and lower, there's just a little bit of wobble to them, which really isn't that big of a deal. Of course, it doesn't affect performance at all. Just kind of a little nuisance, honestly. And you get 14 millimeter counterclockwise threads or negative threads, so you can put suppressors on this. So believe it or not, it's a modular. That's a really modular gun. You could put a suppressor on this, put the stock on it, put a red dot sight on it, and really make it more of a carbine, less of a submachine gun. You can really, but this is about as short as short as it gets in regards to submachine guns. You get the full power. It's a full version 3 gearbox, which is different than most other Mp5Ks use version 2s. But I believe the version 3 is because you needed some extra room up top, and the version 3 is a little bit shorter in height than the version 2s. So they probably put that in there because to accommodate the battery up top. So anyways, that's so basically the bottom line of the Mp5K here, the Elite Force one, is it is a lovely airsoft gun, both inside and out. You can find them for about $250, sometimes cheaper. But for that price, it's worth it in my opinion. For $250, you get what you pay for. So if you're looking for Mp5Ks and you found the cheaper Galaxy models and you looked at this one too, personally, if you could save up another $100 or $150 and get this thing, it's worth it. Yeah, I've used it in about 6 games and it had any issues at all. So anyways, that's been my thoughts and feelings on my Mp5K. I hope I see more of these things out there, because you don't see too often Mp5Ks. You see Mp5s often, but not the K variant. So anyways, have a good one. Come back again to watch more of my reviews. Bye.